Ja, dann schauen wir uns mal das Museum an. Wir müssen dann auf jeden Fall, glaube ich, zu dem Kartenmacher, um so eine Karte von dem Wald machen zu lassen.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
It was a really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Warum kommt denn sowas in dem Piratending?
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
Die Golden Hind. Das kann ich auch nur durch Uncharted.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
Ja, man sieht ja dahinter, das wirkt irgendwie so als irgendwas anderes. Ich meine, ne, das ist keine dumme Idee, ne, kein dummer Gedanke.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was melting them. I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to
Also ist
substantiate.
eigentlich so dieses
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Also anscheinend haben wir gefühlt hier alles gemacht. Das ist so für uns, das auch. Da, schau, das ist nicht ein Teil meiner alten
That map
Karte.
looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Anscheinend ja nicht. Die LeChuck hinterlassen hat, als er Elaine entführt hat.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh yeah, that's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Tja. Na, wir sprechen nicht mit dem. Wir inspizieren mal das wird.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Ah.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Okay, das funktioniert jetzt nicht. Die Visitenkarte lesen.
Pirate Times. Editor Conrad Lee. Ready to publish your unrecognized genius. It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
Das ist ein Wachpapagei. Ah.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know.
Ist ja kein Tiger, okay, es ist ein Papagei.
It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
Ja. Ah, da unten ist noch was. Ein Witz über den
Is
Haken.
this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
Scheint sich hier sehr auszukennen. Da ist noch was.
That's a nice oar.
The one with the coffin, yeah. The coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
Ah, geil. Kaum museumstauglich.
What's the significance of the peg leg?
That belonged to the infamous Peg Leg Patty. She used to hide a spare cutlass in it, in case of capture. Sadly, that's the reason she's no longer with us.
Okay, aber das war's jetzt hier, ne? Mehr haben wir ja nicht. Ne, wir haben das Ganze an. Okay. Wir dürfen einfach so in den Lager hauen, bitte. Okay. Papageienfutter?
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Nimm mal mit. Sonst ist hier nichts mehr, ne? Ist hier vielleicht eine Quizkarte? Nein, ist hier keine. Okay. So, dann gehen wir mal zum Kartenmacher, hätte ich gesagt. Weil wir brauchen ja eine Karte für den Wald. Weil hier hinten können wir nirgends so was machen. Das heißt, wir gehen in die obere Straße. Oder, nee, es war die untere, ne, egal. Gehen wir mal schnell in die untere Straße. Und zum Kartenmacher. Ja, Dankeschön. Ist hier irgendwo eine Quizkarte? Was ist das da? Okay, ich brauche
Hey,
eine
Wally.
Karte.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Bye.
Ich muss jetzt doch noch mal zum... Oh mein Gott, Alter, alles nur für einen Mob. So, die Scumbar betreten. Hier. Oh, wer ist das? Mit dem sauber aussehenden Piraten sprechen.
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not.
It had ingredients in it or something.
Ach, wirklich?
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
Yarr.
Fancy.
Fancy, fancy, schmancy. Die regen mich auf, ey. Wollen... Hat er da... Okay, ich muss,
Well, it's definitely a mop.
kriege ich einen Splitter
You look
davon?
like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about.
Der wahrscheinlich der
He's
schicke
the only
Pirat.
importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember
Gott,
what
jetzt muss ich zur
color it was.
Gouverneurin.
He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course, I'm a cook. See the hat?
Ja, aber alles andere, ne? Okay.
I'll see what I can find out.
Dann gehen wir jetzt zur Gouverneurin. Leute, ey, es ist alles nicht einfach, ne? Schnell. Los. Ah, nee, warte, wir müssen andersrum. Wir sind da lang. Renn. Eigentlich in unsere. Ja, zur oberen Straße. Warum läuft der? Achso, doch, passt schon. Ich dachte gerade schon, was passiert jetzt? Komm, renn mal ein bisschen. Ist ja nicht irgendwie so, als ob man da runterstürzen könnte. Hi. Ich brauche ein Rezept. Ah ja, da war ja das wieder.
Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions, but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Ja, aber ich brauche das Rezept. Ist hier irgendwas? Irgendwas mit Essen? Zutaten. Ha!
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
Das große Nein, das wird sein. Darf ich das
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Ich habe mich letztes Mal entschuldigt. Ich bezahle dafür.
I'll pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Ich brauche doch nur das Buch.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last
Ja,
book
ist
you
okay.
borrowed. You never...
Ja, das
I
habe ich völlig
totally
vergessen.
forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Ich brauche das Buch.
Can I borrow a book?
Überspringen
You
wieder.
never even...
Tut mir
I'm
leid.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but I need more than that.
Warte, habe ich vielleicht ein Buch? Willst du mein Quizbuch? Da. Aber ich kann es nicht ziehen. Okay, jetzt bin ich aufgeschmissen. Was muss ich machen? Hier war ja nichts. Ich frag mich halt auch, was das
They
ist.
say the only real prison is the one in your head. But take it from me, that's a load of
Kann der jetzt
barnacles.
irgendwas sagen?
Hey, Stan.
Hello
Ja,
there.
jetzt überspringen wir mal. Nein.
See you later.
Yep.
Weil wir haben doch Otis befreit. Wo ist denn der jetzt?
Aw, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only. The note says, "Forced to close. Thanks for the memories." But
Nein, ne? Kann ich das jetzt öffnen?
it seems to be stuck closed.
Nö, ist. Ah, da ist aber. Haben wir die nicht schon? Ach, die musste ich jetzt nochmal holen. Ja, ich weiß nicht. Ach, das ist eine neue, oder was? Sind zu Beginn in der Scamba. Okay, das können wir nachzählen. Das können wir nachzählen. Ich habe immer noch keine Ahnung, wo Otis ist. Ist der vielleicht da für die Voodoo? Und das können wir alles noch angucken. Das haben wir noch nicht
Green,
angeguckt.
half off. Blue, half off. Yellow, half of half
Ach,
off.
du-
Orange, aren't you glad you're here? The curtains are for sale too?
Everything goes. They'd make a great dress.
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this sign. Looks like it's been there forever. Not for me.
Modrige
Everything's spilled out of it in a puddle.
Flasche. Das ist modern.
A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game.
Der ist cool. Die Statue.
Keep up the good work, buddy.
Hohe
Not
Flasche.
very practical.
I, ein
It's a
kleiner Topf.
creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I didn't know these were a voodoo thing.
They're not. But the tourists like them.
Okay, was ist
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp and
What's this thing?
it's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, Give the forgiveness
Den
frog.
brauche ich.
It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before. Are you sure it's real voodoo?
No comment. It works.
Ich will
Trust
den.
me.
Ich brauche den.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
Perfekt. Genau das, was wir brauchen. Weil sonst können wir ja auch nichts mehr anschauen, ne? Nur das Messer. Und ich denke, das wirst du. Weißt du, wenn ich das will?
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent
Okay, das
choice.
können wir auch. Dann nehmen wir
I
einfach
will
mit.
need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons.
Okay.
Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product
Okay.
is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm,
Aber wir sind
clowns,
Piraten.
pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product.
Wie
By
lange geht
verbally
es?
assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Ich glaube, das ist es.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes,
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Ich glaube, das ist das allererste Mal, dass ich wirklich AGBs oder was das ist oder Datenschutz, den Datenschutz war es ja nicht, aber halt sowas, was ich mit Ding durchgelesen habe. Also, ja. Ich meine, ich hätte es überspringen können, ne? Aber warum nicht? Ja, alle mal ein bisschen Aufklärung. So, jetzt können wir dir den Vergebungsfrosch geben. Dann ist sie bestimmt super lieb zu uns. Da.
This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog. For when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Alter, muss ich jetzt drauf. Sag mal, die werden jetzt hier so langsam. Liebe Carla,
Dear Carla,
tut mir leid, dass ich das Buch,
sorry
das
for
ich,
losing the book I borrowed.
ich bewundere, dass du hart zu sein. Ich schätze es sehr, dass du dem Pflichtbewusstsein verpflichtet bist. Ich schätze, dass du leidenschaftlich zu leidenschaftlich bist. Das
I admire that you are hard on softness.
Ich habe keine Ahnung. In
As
Portobello.
shown by your actions at Portobello. Please accept my humblest apology.
Ja, bitte. Ich
I
verspreche mich.
promise to do
Ja,
better in the future.
das klingt doch eine beste Entscheidung. Auf einem Frosch auch noch. Da.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. Ugh. It looks like you tried to include personal details, but then you got them wrong. You don't know me at all. I reject your frog.
Leute, ich will doch nur so ein dummes Buch.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her edgy.
Jetzt müssen wir, Leute, ich will doch Da ist eine Karte, da ist eine Karte. Die nehmen wir mit. Gib mir die Quizkarte. Gib mir die Quizkarte. Gib mir die Quizkarte. Überall Augen für Quizkarten. Zur unteren Straße. So.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Cardla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Port Elizabeth.
So, jetzt müssen wir den Ding beschriften. Ich hoffe, dass das mit... Nein, stopp. Wir müssen ihn umschreiben. Also, liebe
Dear
Carla,
Carla,
tut mir leid, dass ich das
sorry for losing the book I
verloren
borrowed.
Dass du
I
hart
admire
so
that you are,
wie im Port
as shown by your,
Elizabeth.
please accept
Ja,
me.
ich selber Ding. Ich
I
verspreche.
promise to,
So, reicht das jetzt? Oder muss ich noch dieses sanften Zeug fertig machen?
this is for you.
Ja,
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment.
Ha.
And it looks like you even know something about me.
Ja.
One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
was? Oh, ey, dieses ist ja mal... Sag mal, okay, gleich den Frosch nicht gebraucht.
Dear
Liebe Carla, das...
Sorry for losing.
Leidenschaft
I
nicht zur
appre-
Leidenschaft bist, wie in Port
As
Elizabeth.
shown by, please accept my.
Ich habe mir ein
I've
Erinnerungssystem einrichtet. So, ist besser. Da.
This is for you.
Nimm ihn doch ein.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment. One thing. I reject.
Willst du mich veräppeln? Kann ich ihn aufschlitzen? Nein, das war ein Scherz. Bitte nicht. Liebe
Dear
Carla, tut mir leid, dass ich
Sorry
was
for
gesehen habe. Pflicht, robust
I
zu
realize-
Tort,
As shown by, please accept.
Du machst
You
mir eine
scare the heck-
Heidenangst. Reicht es jetzt? Hier.
This is for you.
Dear, I'm impressed,
Ja.
Guybrush.
Ha. Perfekt.
Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Krieg ich jetzt das Buch? Dankeschön. Ich würde es gerne
Can I
ausleihen.
borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Ich sehe schon, wir
Thanks. I
verlieren
won't
das
let you
auch.
down. I'll definitely return this.
So, gib her. Oh, Gott sei Dank, ey. Einen Schritt weiter.